Whoops and doodles. I fucked up all over the place. I forgot to turn on my music. Whoops. This is fine. This is totally fine. Can you hear me? Buckeye. Scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I fucked up. It's definitely somebody else's fault. 95% somebody else's fault. My fault only 5%. Yeah. Distracted. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. We made it. There's another weekend. It's literally here right now. Not able to hear you ever. No. Excellent. All right. Trolling has started. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, goodness. Rogers, I'm wearing the outfit like I promised for October. Hello, Kit Kat. I'm going to give my cat some attention because he's been hiding all day. He's not feeling too good. I'm going to give him a little bit of love. All right, cat. Jesus Christ. All right. Let me love you. Please. There. There you go, kitty. There. All right. All right. All right. Fine. Fuck you. Fine. Go away. He does not want my attention right now at all. Let's see. Okay. So again, happy Friday. Announcements. I don't have anything other than next week. Everything's gonna be 15 minutes later, so 5:45 next week, so I can start incorporating more exercise during the week for myself and more time for myself. Because I have none. Well, you saw it, Rogers. Looks better on your character than mine. Oh, the outfit? I think everything looks better on my character. Ever. I'm just kidding. I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry. So next week, everything's going to be 5:45, and then, you know, the week after, 6 o'clock, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, work stuff. I actually had an okay day at work again. My boss did not bother me. I had like 4 fucking hours of meetings, and I just literally just wanted to put like I shouldn't say that, but I definitely did not want to be alive on the phone anymore. Like, if that makes sense. So, I was just like, please God, please let this end, please. So some of the meetings were really, really good because it was just, like, hey guys, how are you doing? Awesome. Excellent. Okay. This is your stats. You're doing great. You ended the month like this. Woo. Here's your commission. Great. But then some of the meetings were like, okay, so we're going to talk about the meeting that we have this afternoon. And these are the key points I want to cover. And I'm just like, fucking shoot me. Please. Please, God. Like, could you have sent a fucking email about this? But anyway, so that was that. And then my boss left early and she left me alone. She didn't bother me. So I was like, this is a great day. Excellent day. I'm kind of stalling just a little bit because the offspring's going to be coming home in a minute. They went to go pick up pizza and she was out doing so. She has a freaking like better social life than I do. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. I don't even know what the hell she was doing. She was at her friend's house. That's what it was. They were doing, what the hell were they doing? They were working on something for school. I'm sure it was a lie. I'm sure they weren't working on anything for school, but you know, kids. Shitstorm coming, methinks. What kind of shitstorm? What, for my job? Oh, there is one hell of a shitstorm brewing. Like the whole, I'm 1,000% convinced that December we're not gonna have a job anymore. Like at the end of December. Like we're gonna come back right after the new year and it's gonna be like closed. For real. I'm actually even considering scheduling my vacation, like literally the stuff that I'm gonna earn in, you know, as soon as January rolls over, like immediately, like schedule it so I don't come back until after. I'm really considering that. But we'll see. We'll see. So, I did promise that I would do a dungeon with Rogers and Buckeye. I can't remember which one. The Qitana Ravel, whatever it is. So if you guys want to group up, we could do that, and I'll start. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have an instant queue, so. Let me just at least start this quest. Servant Scarb, but why? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't feel too great today. I already took some shit to try and, like, you know, make myself feel better, but I'm not feeling great. You're not in the party. I know I'm not in the party. Are you gonna invite me to the party? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into these clothes and promise that you'll not leave my sight. You'll think about inviting me. Okay. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vanis. We can't invite you when you're in cutscenes. I know what I did. We're dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if Father heard you say such things... I should have said them longer. Oh, she in love with him, isn't she? By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but 2 skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Relatable. If you gotta quit earlier, then it's fine. Honestly, you know what I really want to do? I just want to, like, pick a game and just fucking kill people. Like, Doom, I don't know, anything, and just, like, blow shit up. Like, that's literally what I'm in the mood for today. So maybe I'll do some PvP instead or something. Just get angry and start killing people. Not really killing people in case anybody clips that out of context, but, like, you know, killing other players. Also relatable. Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. Excuse me. PvP queue intensifies. I feel like it's gonna make me want to kill more. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Fire, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. Thanks, girl. Okay, hurry, invite me. Buckeye, I assume you're going as the healer? I thought you got the oh, you got it? Like, I didn't realize, like, I saw it, but my brain didn't connect it that you already had, like, you didn't have it. Awesome! You finally got it! Jelly. I'm very jealous of you right now. Yeah, my game sounds are loud. Sorry. Thank you, Buckeye. I was definitely not looking at the game. Wait, I remember there's some shit, like, with these. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was just... I'm sorry, Buckeye. I'm so sorry. My full attention is on the game now. I had to fix something. By the way, I changed some of the sound alert stuff and points. There's like more like free ones available. BT dubs. Snow, thank you. How are you doing today? Oh my god, that guy. What happened? I'm wonderful. My Xbox came in. Yep. I saw the photos. That's your fault. Tank didn't pull. Was it? I don't know if Buckeye died in... I don't know. I don't know what happened. Oh, goodness. I was trying to look to see how far I am in the Hildibrand Quests today. My bad. Clicked off you and didn't realize it. Oh no. Oh god. It scared me. Okay. Okay, now I got my shit together. Okay, excellent. Wait, you guys are still standing there. Why? I need 2 seconds. Okay. Sorry. Wasn't his fault, that was mine. It's okay. It doesn't matter. And honestly, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Yo, while we're destroying this boss, anybody have any weekend plans? I bet Snow's gonna be playing Xbox all weekend. I'm gonna be playing the shit out of that Xbox. Oh, fuck balls. I deserve that. Thank you, Buckeye. Oh. Bad rescue. It's okay. Honestly, you shouldn't have to rescue me at this point, right? So what games did you get, Snow? None. I got the Game Pass. What's that? I'm loading a shit ton of everything right now. Hello, Offspring.
What's up?
You can say hello.
What's up?
He's already gone. But I'll tell her. I shall tell her that you said hello. So like Halo franchise, Gears franchise, nice, nice. Xbox Game Pass has a catalog of 100 plus games. Oh, nice. Phantasy Star Online 2. New Genesis. Nice, very nice. So your weekend is pretty packed. Well, that and probably some Destiny 2 rating and Final Fantasy. Nice. Very nice. I used to, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So, like growing up in my house, so I grew up with an old school Polish family. Maybe Mario Kart with someone. You know what? I am totally down for playing Mario Kart with people. Is that a hint for me? Or is it a hint for what's her face? Emily? Emily, is that her name? What her name was? Well, if you want. I have it on the Switch though. I don't know if that matters. Yes, okay. So I guess we're probably not playing. I'm fucking terrible at that game though. I'm trash. Switch to, oh, excellent, excellent. I could send friend code, okay. Literally all you'll ever see me playing is Mario Party and whatchamacallit, Animal Crossing. And most of the time I have it on, but I'm not actually doing anything. I just forget to turn it off. But anyway, so I grew up in a house where like girls don't play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're supposed to be in the kitchen and cleaning and shit. So, I don't remember why I was going to tell you that story anyway. But it's like sometimes I feel guilty like when I buy a new console because I'm like, man, like I'm a mom. Like, should I be buying this console for myself? Or like, should I be doing something else with this? Like, do I deserve you know what I mean? Oh my god, it sucks so bad. And I really shouldn't think that way because obviously I provide for my child first. Like, she had a Switch before I had a Switch. And I didn't have a Switch for a good while until she did. She had hers for like 7 months before I got mine. Sir, I'm gonna need you to settle down, Mr. Backsquatch. Oh my god, you get along with my friend. She loves Animal Crossing. I do too. I do too. I like to build shit. I really like to build shit. But the funny thing is, in Animal Crossing, like, I played the shit out of that game so I could unlock, you know, like the, being able to terraform my island and stuff. And literally the second I did it, I terraformed the shit out of my island, and then I was like, well, now that this is done, there's really no point now. I'm probably going to get new Mario Party when it comes out. I love Mario Parties. I love all of them. All of them. I think I have every single one. Still. sad that I have all Square Enix games on my Switch too. Is it Square Enix? Like y'all know I can't pronounce shit. I'll have you know I did not get hit by one fucking pillar. Not one. Damn it. My friend loves Animal Crossing so much she bought a second Switch. And you know what? That's kind of why I got my own Switch. So my kid, she's the kind of person where she's like, oh yes, I want this, and then you get it for her and then she plays with it religiously for like a couple weeks and then she never touches it again. So when I got her the Switch, I kind of knew that that's probably something that's gonna happen, right? And it did, but I wanted, every time I would take her Switch and start playing my own Animal Crossing, she, Stream Deck though? Or Steam Deck though? What? But every time I would take it and play, she would want to play. So I was like, all right, fine. And I got the, Steam is coming out with a handheld console. Oh, yeah, are they? I wanted to get one of their consoles a while ago, but I don't know. I didn't do it. But anyway, so every time I wanted to play, she would play. And then it ended up being where I just wasn't playing at all. So I went and got my own Switch. And then now she plays with me all the time. I love it. Love playing Animal Crossing with my kiddo. And we don't even do shit. We just literally sit there and do like little emotes back and forth. Like that's literally all we do. I would have had a Switch years ago if it wasn't a Nintendo console. I love the Nintendo games. I love them. They're all cutesy and... I agree. I would say build the PC. If you have to choose between the two, build the PC. I love Nintendo, don't get me wrong. It's just... they have their flagship... Yep. And that's about... Yep. It's true. But see, I'm a big fan of, like, all the Mario games and stuff like that, and, like, like the Mario parties, shit like that, and so, like, they got me. They got me. And I've never owned an Xbox. The only time that I owned an Xbox was when I was going to school for computer programming, and we had to program it to do things. So I had mine programmed where it would turn on and it would say, "Hello, Fire." That's it. That's all I did. And then I basically bricked it. Oopsie doodles. Metroid is coming out next week. MIA for a month, me please. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here not rolling on loot. I was thinking about getting that, but I still need to play more Monster Hunter Stories and Rise. Oh, I was not paying attention. Sorry. Oh, I remember this part. Yay! I don't know what this means. Oh. It means that. Got it. So when that happens, like, do I want to go far away and make it so, like, you guys aren't in the path? Like, is that a thing to do? Yes, farther is less damage. Got it. This feels like it's taking forever, doesn't it? Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Excellent. I can only give the commendation to the tank. Back to Hildibrand. Excuse me 1 second while I adjust. Okay, let's see. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vanas at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? A breathtaking dress. Is that your, Pigsy, Porksy doing that? Is that like the special thing? That's so freaking cute. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not. I shall take it into safekeeping. It is, that's awesome. That's so freaking cute. And with that, I must attend to Master Vanis before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briardian and I have the situation entirely under control. My pants got turned into shorts. Very strange. Did you shrink them in the wash? Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? That's a terrible joke. I don't know why. Why? Look at that swordfish. Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates. It is an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguiere Consortium and the East Alenard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vanis is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalt, oh god, I always fuck up his name. Yalto Sainana, honored guests. It's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vanis, future chair of the Bruguiere Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Guguremu of the East Alenard Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. I feel like this is going to be terrible. Something terrible. Damn you, Hildibrand Manderville, you had one job. Is it like him dressed up as her or something? She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride after all. I don't like this dude at all. Oh my god, it totally is. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray, give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times yes, I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? You look so foolish. Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. He even did his hair in a braid. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. How did he fit in her dress? For the love of God. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vanis. Or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. What in the world? Me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well. Allow me to elucidate. Well, there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty. There are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Guguremu, and her steward, Lewenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vanus, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Because you seen a dude. Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. Yo, this guy is so stupid. And anyone else with half their wits about them? How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in the goal and throw away the key. Good God. Ooh, he recognized her. Arabella? Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. Oh, he saw the necklace, probably. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? I tell you what, somebody grab my arm like that, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. So where the hell's, what's his face? The real Vanus? Thief, stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. Oh, the little vegetables. You came all this way? For me? You love me? You really, really love me? Jesus fucking Christ. How'd he do that? The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for. And now I must away, my lords and my ladies, till we meet again. Fun fact, someone had to mocap Hildibrand in 1.0. What's mocap mean? Oh, motion capture. They had to stretch their mouth in some weird ways. I hear that the real Vanus was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. 1.0 cutscenes were all done in... For real, I didn't know that. ARR and the past is not. Huh. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I could have ever hoped for. Vanus and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. Aw, you're so sad, I bet. But perhaps it's for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. Time, effort, and performance is a good reason why it's not around anymore. For the love of the gods, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end, he only took her necklace. Now that you mention it, Master Guguremu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the sun goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bruguiere collection. Known by many as Azima's virtue? The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. So does this... What? What the hell is going on? Oh no! Poor little veg. Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. How are these people not dying with these cards, like, lodged that far in their head? The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. Is this thief gonna be like throughout all of the expansions, or is it gonna be like once ARR Hildibrand quests are done, like that's gonna wrap up this particular thief person? When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. I haven't done past the next set of quests. Okay. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. That fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do so again. He still doesn't realize that that was like an accident? I know Stormblood has something different. Okay, good. Good. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. Big bunch of idiots. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Can we get a tally for every time I timed out? I think I'm in the hundreds now. No, it's not in the hundreds. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably, the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. Ha ha ha. Ha. Also, I forgot to say, I love your new outfit. Thank you. It's my Halloween costume for October. A.K. Rogers created it. He won the contest. There were 4 entries and that one won. The Parley minigame is now available. You've unlocked the Parley minigame. Entertain yourself as many a Manderville man has before you by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Ooh, I was wondering what that was. The victor goes a priceless treasure, while the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? What? Can a Manderville man triumph over terrors and win the day? I love how they did like the quest, like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a Charlie Angels type themed, or like, you know, 007 or whatever you want to call it. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? And just clocked him with a crab. Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. How did we end up with the chicken? I'm gonna take 2 seconds. I need to change my shirt real quick. I am dying of heat. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm also gonna put my hair up. You guys don't know this about me, but I have a shit ton of fucking hair. Like, a ridiculous amount of hair. And it literally, like, if it's on my neck, like, I will die of heat exhaustion. Be back soon, hitting the store. Have fun! Get something nummy. You should get white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups, Darkness. She's got a lion mane. I do. I have fucking crazy hair. Crazy hair. Lots of it, too. You met Hildibrand's father before you started these quests, by the way. Yep, I remember. I just smashed a whole box of Oreos in 2 days. Oh, you know which ones are good? They make these Oreos now. They're like super thin. And if you like mint, these are amazing. They're super thin, and then there's mint cream in the middle. But then they coat it with like a layer of chocolate. So it's like a disc. Yo, throw like 3 or 4 of those. So hear me out. Hear me out before you go to the store. Get yourself a cup of milk. Warm it up. Drop 3 or 4 of them in the bottom. Let it do its thing. Stir. Holy balls. Holy fuck balls. Or you could just put it in a pot. Like put the milk in the pot and heat it up that way and throw like 4 or 5 cookies in there with that. Yo, let me tell you. That shit is fucking amazing. I'm saying put in 4 or 5, but I definitely put in like 12. Amazing. Same thing with the Reese's peanut butter cups. Put it in with a cup of milk, 2, 3 of them, 6, 8, whatever fits your fancy. Holy shit balls. Amazing. Onward. I do kind of want to go check out the toy chest thing because I've been wondering what the hell that is in the apartments and stuff like that, or in the in rooms. But I'll wait. I'll go look at it later. Fire. I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the victor's spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Just little mini games. But what kind of mini games? Is it like, I don't think we did any mini games that are puzzles and whatnot. Okay. Have you visited the Coliseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. I'm such a child. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. sorry, I got attacked by a sneeze viciously. I hope I muted in time. I'm sorry if I didn't. They say that Master FFXIV will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers. Oh boy. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master FFXIV, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast, with his positive position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills. He settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague, Ganelon, is in Ulda, covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. To Ulda? Ulda? Looks like I'm just running. Okay. Splashes water. Do I have that emote? That's what I should do, is I should Google every emote that's available in this game and obtain them. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share... Oh god, that made my brain hurt. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie? If it isn't the Mithril Eyes Star reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Sending you a thing made your search short. Oh, did you send me like a thing with all of the emotes? Hold on a second. Where is it? You sure did. Thank you, Rogers. It also has all the mounts and minions. Oh, no. Take it back. Take it back. And music, blue spelled so... Oh, no. Well, now I gotta click on it. And now I gotta save it. And now I'm fucked. Like, my weekend is done now. Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot in the Coliseum. I can unlock hairstyles. There's hairstyles to unlock? Get the fuck out. What kind of hairstyles? Oh, hello. Oh, this makes sense. Okay, okay. Was nice knowing you, Fire. Yeah, guys, I got some shit to do. Like, bye. Bugger all, it's a travesty, I tell you. I'm gonna be up till like fucking 5 in the morning now. Does it have all the orchestra? Oh, it does. It does. Oh, and it tells you how to get them. Oh boy. This is like worse than showing me the tower, Rogers. This is bad. You can also sort them so you don't have any of the cash shop or limited time ones in there. Oh boy. You're going to find it either way. You're right. I would have found it eventually on my own. Hotch, Hugh, and Hamo. Whatever is the matter. And where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? What are they wearing? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mishap my ass. It was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar? Gladiator gear. Got it. Wow, Fire. Never wore it before? No. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. What, subligar? Wait. Never wore what before? Should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore, Rogers. I'm confused. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the Mantravilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you, I'm always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sagoli? This is very weird. The Mantravilles, or Mantravilles. As Hutchin tells it, they took their name from the training partner they met at the Fist of Rauker, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this, I would hear more. It's like, I give 0 fucks about this. Yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes. With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom's Thief Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Coliseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Uyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Fire. We've got a case to crack. So I glanced at that before I read it and looked somewhere else real quick and then looked back like I did a super fast glance, right? And I originally saw that as we've got an ass to crack. I was like, wait, what? Like, what are we cracking? From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you're free to enter. Thanks. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye, never blinking, all-seeing. Oh, God, you're starting to sound like what's-his-face, Hildibrand. You know the deal, yes, and you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Yo, I love his outfit. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself. Ask away, me girl. Is this top obtainable in this color? Because it's cute as fuck. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our attorney's already the talk of the town. Now that you'll see me, not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. I don't actually know. Okay. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Excuse me. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his sublid... whatever. Looks like we've got ourselves another... These two aren't in the entry books. Oh god, it's Hildibrand. Oh my god. I'll be back shortly. Okay, bye, have fun. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briarden, as efficient as ever I see. A true gentleman. It chooses violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. How do you know he was thinking? Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master FirePhlyZ has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Coliseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection. The Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside of Karn. I just realized he's got purple eyeshadow on. Or magenta. The second and third prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yet, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time, if you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? I was just thinking that too. Like that'd be pretty slick to show up as Hildibrand or this guy. If you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Gahahar. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Am I participating in the melee? Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? What the fuck? Probably. You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand, look! He's purple! Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages, I smell a case. Oh my fucking god. That's just my receptionist. Old Truffles. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it that he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturgist Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Coliseum. And am I ever glad they did? I tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my Whoa! I want to get my tentacles around her. What? I don't know what to say to that. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. That was very weird. What just happened? You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Abby? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... FFXIV will be entering the tournament on my behalf. FFXIV, you do look like a flies. Well, bugger me with a spear. To think I'd seen the day when a warrior of light stood in my Coliseum. Oh, you recognize me. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of old Gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Alti. God damn it. With fire, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now, we just need to make sure she doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix. Avila, was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultras fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Fire here safe? Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave the task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Yeah. Thanks for signing me up for this. I'm going back this way. Excuse me. Sorry. Here's our buddy Hildibrand. Went and was checking my main and immediately got invited to a wedding. That happened to me. Remember when I don't know if you were here then, but I streamed a wedding because I got invited to one. Like literally, I didn't like ask or anything. Like I just happened to walk by and somebody was like, "Here, take this." I'm like, "What's this?" And I had never seen one before, so I wanted to do it. You again. I've already told you that. What? Entered the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? I got invited by a friend. Timing was just amazing. Yeah, that timing. Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you. But in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat. Hi, Buckeye! Had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the pugilist? Pugilist? How do you pronounce that? Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? First one you said pugilist? Pugilist? Right there, okay. Thank you, Snow. Raging Rat. Imagine going by the name Raging Rat. Oh, Buckeye, I meant to tell you. So, do you remember that one time when I was in, I can't remember what the name of the city was, but it was where all those big ass alien dudes were there, like the super tall ones. And I was going through some cutscenes or something like that in this giant room. And then I came out of the cutscene and you fell from the ceiling and like face planted right in front of me. Do you remember that? So we have a clip of that. I don't remember who clipped it, if it was me or you, but somebody clipped it. Right. So I was in somebody else's stream today, just watching for funsies. It was either today or yesterday. I can't remember. And they did a shout out for whatever reason. I can't. Because I think it was because I gave bits. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I was waiting out there for like an hour and a half. Anyway, that's the clip that played, and it made me giggle so freaking hard because I was like, "Oh my god, I remember he was waiting up there for forever." Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have ye? Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Vanderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me as to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentleman, my ass. Have you not a wit of delicacy? Delicacy? He looks like a lion. Never you mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotten in goal as we speak. Is it gowl or goal? The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Fire. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says, or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Oh god, the music. Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. Yo, you're fixing to get fucking punched. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling widely. wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. A villa and ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. What an idiot. Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze me, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should still be at the Coliseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came. He just hangs his head in shame and walks away. And back to the Coliseum we go. Buckeye, you have any plans for this weekend? So wasn't prepped. Luckily, my BLM looks respectable enough. I do already have like a whatchamacallit, glamour plate for weddings. Since I already went to one. Friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, those unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. What in the world? Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. I would fucking run in a panic too. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. I was gonna say, he don't have shoulders. Wow, stalker, he's gonna follow her too. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. Why are we following Ellie? Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? It's the same shit with him every single time. Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Yo. I kind of want... I know it's not the same thing, but I kind of want calamari again. I didn't get it the last time we talked about it, and now I kind of want it again. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Excuse me. Call me crazy, but I think he likes them. That's gross. So what outfit did your BLM have? You know me, all about the outfits. War misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Ulti. Can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? In general. That is a cute outfit. That necklace, is that part of the top? Like that green gem necklace? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dour Meadow back at the Coliseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah. I like it. It looks very neat. Did you dye it that blue? Or is it that blue? An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. But I have a better one. Let us return to the Coliseum and speak with Dour Meadow. Didn't she just say that? From him, we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, our investigation calls. I love the midnight blue dye. Yeah, I like that blue dye too. It looks very nice. Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Gwee hee hee. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and an admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run, then again, I am an octopus. What the fuck? What were the writers on when they designed, like, when they developed this? Japan. They were on Japan. Oh, that's all I need to know is just Japan. You're right. You're right. That is literally all I need to know. Yes. What is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Avila, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganelon tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. Great. I can assure you there'll be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. What could possibly go wrong? Surely, what's his name? Hildibrand won't fuck this up. Right? Of course he won't. Hildibrand makes everything fantastic. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I... How is that staying in there? How? This chick in the red. How are those staying there? How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concern. The spoil shall be mine. It may as well be writ in stone. Magic? It's gotta be magic. Like, that little strap is... What do you mean? I think you know exactly what I mean. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered and suffered long. But my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rabban Alden won a new life for himself in the Coliseum, I shall win a new life for our people. No, I was tabbed out, so I really don't. This chick in the red, how are those staying in there? You just take like one really hard step and it's gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, good God. Stating in what? I'm done. The price that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Oldens no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. I really don't understand what you're talking about. Her boobs, how are they staying in there? Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal, whatever the fuck. Flat chest, Jesus. Maybe. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Jesus, I can't freaking talk again today. I can't talk any day, but especially today. Gweehee, trying to steal a villa from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. This octopus is a fucking creeper. Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? Are we just going to stand there and watch this thing blow up in our faces? They're on to me? Preposterous. Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? No, Ulti. He's pretty dumb. I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave-ho! You gotta be kidding me! That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. We gotta go there? That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Mr. Vila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. She's so little. I thought we agreed. No hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Ashtames, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old and upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Abby. Wealth is well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Coliseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I'm proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Abby, unfazed by the duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister. Be safe. A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen. And yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has had it up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? Okay. I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. Not you, you idiot. No need for concern, friends. I have simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground and am pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now, shall we return to Olda? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? No, he didn't. The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. Oh my god, the octopus is just as dumb as him. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another think coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute, I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... Jibs! Hi, Jibs! Thank you so much for the raid! And hello, raiders. You were playing, I think, New World? Is that what you were playing, Jibs? How'd it go? How far did you get? I heard you guys all talking about the queue times to get in. Like Alex was talking about like 1000th in line. Level 21, god damn. That's awesome. Yeah, it gets nuts. That's, oh gee. And I saw Alex was saying that she logs in at like 2 in the morning or something, so she dodges those queues. Let's see, the second one was right around... Give me a break! I'm not sure who's dumber, the octopus or Hildibrand. They're both pretty close, like pretty damn close for dumbness. I tried doing the first dungeon, we couldn't do the last boss. Or is it us for assisting? No, it's not us. I'm not assisting of my own free will. I am assisting because that is where the quest tells me to do. Haven't said anything to me, so I consider it a win. You mean like nobody's talked any shit? Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Has there been any shit talking in groups and stuff like that yet? You're the single most powerful person in the universe. Nobody forcing you to do shit. I mean, the quest is. They were yelling at Tank. Oh no. So the toxicity has begun. Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. A well-honed inspector's senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. Oh yeah, the community is toxic as fuck in the game. Oh great. So I'm not going to be playing that game. I can't with toxicity. I fully expected that. I bet you all the WoW refugees that didn't come over to Final Fantasy are going to that. I know of quite a few toxic people that are probably playing. Just gotta ignore it. Oh yeah, for sure. See, I can't. I take things like very fucking personally. I try not to, but I can't help it. It's just the way I am. And I'm kind of, I don't know how to explain this. I think the word is empath. Like, which game? New World. Like if somebody says something mean, lurking while dying or working. Hi, Alex. I hope your work is going well. I know you said dying, but I'm hoping it's just because you're tired and not because like you're slaving away. New World is toxic? No, it is. It is from what they're telling me so far. Welcome back, Darkness. Did you get mint Oreos and milk? If you didn't, you shoulda. Nah, sorry, I got chips. Oh, you know what I'm making for dinner tomorrow? I'm making nachos, but I'm making them like, so hear me out. I'm lazy as fuck when it comes to cooking. Like I like cooking, but like on the weekends, I don't want to spend time slaving at the stove. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I make my nachos. I get Doritos, the nacho Doritos, right? And I get one of those, you know, disposable like pan thingies that you could get to bake stuff in. Put a layer of those down on the thing. I brown a shit ton of taco meat. Not a shit ton, but you know, a bunch of taco meat, and I put in like the taco seasoning if I'm feeling lazy. Otherwise, I just season it myself. BRB, you gotta eat, was supposed to eat like 2 hours ago. Enjoy your num nums. So I make taco meat, and then I, you know, sprinkle that on top of the chips, and then I take. It depends on how lazy I'm being. If I'm being like super fucking mega lazy, I'll just take like Velveeta cheese, cut it up, add some milk, mix it, melt it in the microwave or melt it on the stove or whatever, and then pour that on top, and then just keep layering it, you know, Doritos, meat, cheese, Doritos, meat, cheese, Doritos, meat, cheese, right? Until all the Doritos are gone. So an entire bag of Doritos goes into this, at least 2 to 3 pounds of ground beef. But I don't just do ground beef because too much ground beef hurts my tummy because I don't eat a lot of beef. So I mix it like whatever, you know, it's like a meatloaf mix basically. There's ground pork, you know, and all that stuff. Anyway, do all those layers and then you throw it in the oven for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes or so, just to make the chips get like that extra crisp. Oh my God. And then eat that with sour cream. Guys, put a little bit of chives on top or a little bit of scallions diced up. Oh, shit is fucking amazing. Amazing. This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not so little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. I'm also hungry. I want calamari and tacos. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. Me neither. Oh, Jesus. Why does he run around in his underwear? My chimera? Chimera? Who is that half-naked fool? Father? Could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildy! I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear. And with that, we must return to Ulda. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. Oh, thank you, Alex. Yes, splash emotes all over my screen, please. Just who is this inspector anyway? New World is awesome. So have you, Jibs was talking about some of the toxicity that he's been running into. Have you been running into any toxicity or not really? Like you're just kind of keeping to yourself? Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Who goes there? Oh, the chicken! The chicken! Get him, chicken, get him! Hildy? Fire? I have been waiting for this day. Oh, they're all gonna be in cahoots. Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? They chose Hildibrand's theme as their song for the wedding that you went to? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes the two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, 'cause this just might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my call me what you will, friend, but heed my words? Fire is a formidable foe. That's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Fire, I will not fall so easily this time. I think you will. Well, it looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Wahaha! A supplely twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. What the ball sacks? Nobody here but us octopodes? What the This whole quest chain just keeps getting fucking weirder and weirder, and look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, a fiend. Is he gonna chase his ass down now? Of course he is. You will never be able to predict it. No, I haven't been able to predict shit. Jesus. Muscleheads, I hate them. They took a break in Shadowbringers to avoid getting samey, did they? I just... Not that it's bad, but just... It's not bad. Like, it is quite funny. But, like, who the fuck thought this shit up? Like, it's... fucking nuts. Like, very crazy. Like, could you imagine being in the like the writer's room when they're talking about this? Yes, the warrior of light to fight Ifrit and Garuda, and she's gonna do this, and she's gonna do or he, and they're gonna do that. They're gonna bring light to this dark world, and blah blah blah. Bring night to this world, and there's gonna be an octopus that like is chasing down gladiatrixes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, good heavens! Chancing upon father like that, I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Coliseum and apprise ourselves of the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not, lower myself to their level. Can't wait to hear the rules. I wonder if it's going to sink me down. Like, because I'm sure there's going to be a fight, right? Oh no, not you, Nashu. Hildibrand. There's that fucking octopus up there. Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Funga? Who the fuck are you talking to? He's got 3 goose eggs on his head. Ah, Mr. Ultras. Just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to ye gads. Who gave you those ghastly bruises? Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus. Funga. Ouch. You have my sympathies, good sir. It is challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office? No, whatever gave you that idea? I simply am fumigating the place for pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight? Funga. Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me talking to myself. Yes, Funga, gods, yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultras, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Fire, if you would come with me for a moment. I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Please save me. Yeah, I got to be in the background in the last cutscene. That's the best. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avila seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultras are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our 8-legged friend. It would appear that Ultras has become something of a regular at oldest taverns and houses of pleasure. Shocked. I'm fucking shocked. I suspect that he's using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Coliseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamegan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Fire. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Coliseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Sure, I'll go get the refuse, as you put it. No problem. Sapphire Avenue. Actually, no, let's go to the Weaver's Guild. Am I blind? Yep, I'm blind. Crates of refuse. Coliseum refuse. Oh my goodness, my nose. And that's Gladiators Guild. I wonder if we're ever going to be allowed to fly in the cities. Or mount up or anything like that. Probably not, but it's a nice thought. Likely not. Maybe just let me ride my horses around? Maybe not fly. Ride my horses? Well, let me see what you found. Here is your Coliseum refuse. Now what have we here? Ah yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails. And what's this? Now, if that's the case of driving my car everywhere, nope, I would ride my rainbow ponies on the streets. Everywhere. I'd dash down the road on one pony and dash back on the next pony. I'd do it in Roy G. Biv colors. Red, orange. Is there an orange one? I would do it in rainbow order. Sack, even more foul smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here, something appears to be written on the side. Singat's Sundries. It would seem that this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Yes, let's do that. Where is he? Sapphire Avenue Exchange. I can't even see straight. Like, there we go. I should probably put my glasses on. Hold on a second, guys. Excellent. Okay. And done. Yeah, literally is. Oh, you're done, as in the wedding thing you went to. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? Here's this stinking sack. I'm sorry, madam, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait now, did Ultra send you? Kinda. I'll be asking the questions here. Kit Kat, are you alright down there, dude? My cat just Halloween cat. I moved my foot and he just like Halloween catted and jumped and hit himself on the desk. Are you okay, buddy? You alright? Okay. He appears to be fine. Let's see. Okay, what exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that distinctive aroma, they're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultras clearly is. He just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No. I shall stop myself before I start sounding like Hildibrand. Inspector Briarden. It wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me and to steal away fire here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good God! What is that dreadful smell? For once, it's not Hildibrand. Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an olden gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the journey's about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Coliseum. Oh, thank God, something other than talking. Please, please, God, let it just be something that I can, fucking pew pew for a minute or two. Because all this talking is killing me. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Coliseum before the battles begin. Here's the plan, Fire. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? I don't really like being told what to do. Not really a fan of that. Sometimes under certain conditions, but not by you, sir. There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultras has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Firegeist himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow, it is. So what say ye? Are you ready to get your asses kicked? Sure. Sure. Please kick my ass. That's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. I'd like to keep my limbs. Fucking Hildibrand. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup brought to you by our ever charitable friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. Is about to begin. Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamigo, Fire, the famed warrior of light, or who was that grinning fool again? That's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Somebody got his title right. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultras, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain? Here I am. Did you miss me? His bumps are gone. I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin. All right, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. Of course they're in cahoots. So it's a free-for-all? Look at Avila's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed 'em tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. Its face. You are next. I'm not ready. Girl, I'm not ready. Is he literally slithering away? Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute, roasted truffles? Braised in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. Meddling musclehead. Wow, he did something smart. What's taking him so damn long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once. What the fuck is that? Bunga? What is that monstrosity? Master Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Alti. Why, just look at this charming little nose, hmm? Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Jesus Christ. Could it be Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was that monster all along. The girl played us all for fools. Ooh, cheater. Cheater, cheater. Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle. You know, for my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Uncle Ulti ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. Whoa! Alamegans, beggars and brutes, the lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. Rude. But I just wanted to... my sister. NPCs have no shame or filter. No, they do not. I feel for the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ulti may be so bold, I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Fire here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? That's what we want to see. Ultras, Ultras, Ultras! Well, this is the most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue? Oh god, Halitali. The fighters, the tag team of Ultis and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm has settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Great. He's fucking stuck up there? So to review, the Truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear as if it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Fire. Let us make for Halitali. Halitali. Yes, let's. Hopefully this is a little bit more than just reading nonstop. Hopefully I can just fly over this. Yeah, yeah. Excellent. Well, the tourneys turned into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I could give a gnat's ass. Now I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the 2 is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That might even the odds, aye? Can I do this unsynced by myself? Is that possible? You know what? Fuck it. Let's try it. Which one was it again? Dragon's Neck. I believe so. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. It's, I'm so terrible at finding shit in here. I never find... Is it a trial? There it is. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here atop the dragon's neck. If all members of a team fall from the platform, they forfeit the match. Let the battle begin. Seafood soup is not only on the menu today, kids. Okay. Hold on a second here. Okay. Each time your party's defeated, blah, 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 granted strength. Okay, cool. Is he healing? He is. Now he's got his bumps back. Thwarted again. I feel like such a sucker. He's turning into calamari. Well, kind of. And Fire claims the Mithril Cup. Did anybody doubt me? I did. I doubted myself. Ooh. Excellent. Good show, Fire. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Coliseum. Sadly, I'm going to have to dip here. I don't want spoilers. Okay. Bye. And Gladiators Guild, right? Right. I will have it muted, so I guess Slurk. Okay. Just got off work. Xbox time. Thank you for the stream. Have fun, Snow. Thank you for being here. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I will definitely do that. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Behold from the personal vaults of Master Firegeist himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer. A ring? Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates. The opening act dragged on overlong, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. How the fuck did he sneak fireworks? Vile fiend, mark my words. You have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. Oh my god, everybody's showing up. I think not, Hildegard. Greg? It's always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. He took the spear. Oh my god. Fire, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Sir, your character looks so tired of all this. I know, right? Like, she's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Vile thief, is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. If I was that thief, I would have grabbed the ring at this point. It seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Oh shit. It's gonna make him sneeze and make us all fly up, right? Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Mr. Typhon? Just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. I'm angry. And the ring's just gonna float into his hand. Alas and alack, the ring sails right into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. In his undies. Was that jump necessary? Like, what in the world? What fucking stupidity is this? I know, what the fuck? But of course, brilliant father. If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud. Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville. Skyward as only a Manderville can. Are you launching him into the fucking sun? Father, you know not your own strength? To be fair, he probably deserved that. $997, $998, $990. Oh my god, is he gonna fly up through the floor? Or the ground, whatever? No, okay. He's gonna die when he falls. Like, that would be an immediate death. And all 4 of those guys would be dead too. Nobody's gonna check on him? These legs, they look strangely familiar. The chicken! Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing, this ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. A key! Bloody hells! Guards, seize the fiend at once. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was kind of cute, actually. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? You all knew there were multiple prizes. Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. It's just the dim lighting. If you'll just step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. I'd love to see his explanation. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegelina and nothing more. I suppose I was at that. You know my sister. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to nano minds to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Get him, girl. Get him. Get him. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this ring of inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Azima's Virtue, Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of Belladians? Jesus. Whoa, if that is so, the answer is as clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Belladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. I don't think that's the answer. Even his face. Is it just gonna float up there? This is so fucking weird. Holy shitballs. That's a giant fucking card. Oh, great. Oh my goodness. Nobody's gonna help him. I've enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Well, girl, we know 3 of them already. Where the 4 treasures of Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics from Belladia, the Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad, one who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an Olden collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Oldens would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? You guys are so smart. then it will be his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Literally nobody checked on him at all. Mark my words, ye many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Yet here we are, following him around. Was that? Nah, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. So fucking weird, this quest line. Weird. Okay, let's see. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia. As the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? I like how they did this one. Or will our hero do what only a Manderville can? Okay. I can't do this anymore, guys. Wait. I guess I'm doing some more cutscenes. Never mind. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually look like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. Okay. Now we're done. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because it's just way too much reading on my throat and stuff like that, and I'm not feeling the greatest either, so I don't really have much to say. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Jibs, for the raid. I know you're in here still lurking about or eating dinner. Thank you everybody for chit-chatting and stuff, and and all that. I will be back on Monday. Please don't forget, next week I'm going 15 minutes later, so starting at 5:45. Still here. I hope dinner was nummy. I am going to raid somebody. I'm going to raid Janella. She is playing Mario Kart. Oh, nope, she changed. Now she's playing Pokemon Unite. But we're going to raid her. She's doing her lemonade stand. She gives away prizes and all that stuff. So please just give her 10 minutes of your time. I would very much appreciate that. And otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday. Goodbye.